Well, good morning, Arizona. It's now 8 o'clock on this Wednesday. We're halfway through the week, and boy, is the state getting hit with snow this morning.
Yes, we are getting our share after a pretty quiet winter, right? We're saying we need it. Let's check in with April this morning. I know we have winter advisory in effect at least till 8 o'clock, so just about now. Is that extending at all on Flag?
That's been extended for Flagstaff until 11 a.m. and for eastern Arizona now until 2 p.m. This storm is just taking its time. And we're fine with that. We need the snow. We sure are getting it. Here is a live look at the radar this morning from Prescott all the way up to Flagstaff and through the Sedona area, even through Cottonwood. We've got snow this morning. That is just shy of 3,500 feet. So incredibly low snow levels with this. Flagstaff's at more than 7 inches of snow at this point, and we're starting to see it pick up a little bit in eastern Arizona. Show Low's only got about 2 inches, but you're going to add to that. Here's a look at the radar this morning in the valley. Not much out there other than a few light showers in Casa Grande. It's likely that we are done with the rain here in the valley. Temperatures right now look like this: 45 in Phoenix, 43 in Tempe and Glendale, and 43 in Scottsdale. As we head through the rest of the day, we'll climb to 61 degrees.
Well, as you can imagine, you know, the snow that April was talking about, it makes for treacherous driving in the high country. Let me show you the conditions you would face if you're going to try and drive in the Flagstaff area. That's the I-40 on the east side of town. Holy cow, you can see the semis are out there. But gosh, if you can hold off travel in this part of our state, that would be advisable. Otherwise, make sure you use extreme caution. Back here in the valley, I-17 southbound at Northern, we've got a new accident there. Actually, it's at Dunlap. Cactus to the Stack, 27 minutes. The 51 shaded the bottom of the freeway, a 22-minute drive time. And we've got to warn you about this. Greenway is shut down between 19th Avenue and the I-17 because of a bad crash there. Let's use Bell Road, or you can drop down to Thunderbird as alternates.
Well, now at 8, 2 men are recovering after police say they were hit by a car at a Scottsdale Safeway store. Police say a 70-year-old woman somehow drove up on the sidewalk right in front of the store, hitting the men. Both were taken to the hospital. One of them is still in the hospital, seriously hurt. The driver wasn't injured, but an elderly woman in her car was taken to the hospital to be checked out. Police are still investigating what exactly happened.
Well, after hours of deliberating behind closed doors, the Scottsdale Unified School District Governing Board unanimously votes on a new acting superintendent. They voted to appoint Dr. Amy Fuller as acting superintendent. She'll replace Dr. Denise Birdwell, who, along with the district's chief operations officer, are on paid leave. In addition to appointing Dr. Fuller, the board also voted to halt construction on Hohokam Elementary School and the Central Kitchen amid an investigation by the Arizona Attorney General's office.
Well, looking at the Capitol this morning, lawmakers will soon have a code of conduct that's brand new. Just announced by the House Speaker, a bipartisan committee will start to work on a draft of a code. This follows the numerous allegations of sexual harassment at the state Capitol, some of which have led to the expulsion of Representative Dawn Shooter. And speaking of bad behavior, as part of a new sexual harassment policy unanimously adopted, voters in the city of Phoenix will now get the chance to remove city council members based on their conduct. It's the first time such a thing has ever happened. The policy will go into effect in 30 days.
After Parkland, excuse me, we were so disturbed and saddened by what happened in Parkland that we said we need to do something. And we talked about what we needed to do, and we felt that we needed to make a statement.
A statement they did. Dick's Sporting Goods will no longer sell assault-style rifles or high-capacity magazines as its stores. It'll also not sell any guns to anyone under the age of 21. This is brand new this morning. The move comes after 2 weeks since the gunman shot and killed 17 people at a Parkland, Florida high school. Now, when asked about possible backlash from the choice they've made, the company's CEO says something had to be done.
And those kids talk about enough is enough. And we had meaningful conversations about this with our team. And we concluded that if these kids are brave enough to organize and do what they're doing,